Well, I heard about mala beads actually in my beautiful little coastal town of Australia on the Gold Coast, where I went to a yoga class in Nobby's Beach. It was a beautiful Hare Krishna run yoga studio, and the first time I walked in there, I actually got handed my first set of mala beads. And I didn't really know what they were, and they didn't have 108 beads on them, but they were beautiful and they were black, and I also received a mantra, which was Govinda, Gopala, Madana, Mohana. And I was a little bit scared when I first got this because the only thing I could really relate to was Madonna, and I didn't think it really had anything to do with the material girl. And I was a little bit scared at the beginning. But after seeing this beautiful teacher walk around our neighborhood in Nobby's, constantly reciting a mantra along his mala beads, and after being able to personally recite mantras and really feel the difference of being grounded and peaceful with my mala beads, I started to just be really curious. So a few months later, I picked up Elizabeth Gilbert's book, Eat, Pray, Love, and if you haven't read it, it's actually written in the format of a mala bead with 108 different sections. So that got me even more curious, and when I went to Bali, one of my goals was to buy a mala bead. So the goal was a little bit exceeded when I came back with a whole collection of mala beads. Well, actually, I was living in Australia. I had just finished law school and I was working at a legal placement, and for some reason, something was pulling me to Bali. I decided to sell my car, my surfboard, my drum, rent out my room, and on a whim, bought a flight to Bali. In Bali, I found myself on a yoga teacher training, as well as doing a craniosacral therapy training. By the end of all these trainings, I had so much creative energy, and I really just felt like I wanted to be making something. I had this pull to really create. I was with my friend Claire Merrifield, who is this amazing yogini and also a fashion designer who's been making yoga-inspired clothing for years. And Claire and I decided to start making mala beads. So we ended up sourcing the beautiful Rudraksha seeds from the local village, and we were sitting inside our palm tree surrounded little Balinese hut, and we literally just had beads all over the floor, and we created our first 20 different mala beads. When I went back to Canada, I was working at a law firm and I wasn't really thinking about the mala beads, but every time I went into a yoga studio or anytime I wore my beautiful mala beads, I started getting so much attention from people. So I think people were just drawn to the energetic quality and really just inspired me to put my focus into making these beautiful malas and inspiring people in their day-to-day lives. That's a really good question. I've actually, for years and years, been obsessed with crystals and their energetic qualities. My mom a few years ago actually gave me Judy Hall's Crystal Bible, and when I got this, I just realized how precious a gift this was, and I knew that somehow, in some weird way, that this would have a huge impact on my life and that I would be using it in my career in any way. So when I decided to make malas, I thought, how amazing would it be to combine the beautiful sacred Rudraksha seeds with crystals that each have a different energetic quality. I really wanted to be able to wear my crystal every day as opposed to just carrying it or leaving it beside my bed. So before I started creating mala beads, I actually would constantly be giving gemstones to my friends that each had different energetic qualities that reflected an area of their life that they were working on or something that they were going through.